We have 2 sentences of information from the state. That's it. There's a large piece of the Washington Bridge already gone, and no one will answer whether these piles of debris sitting along Gano Street are part of the evidence that the state needs to preserve. Gene, this is one of the deadliest fires in Massachusetts in decades. And while the fire mostly burned in this back center section of the building near the entrance, the smoke spread throughout the building. Why did it take so many hours to notify the public about the DOJ investigation after you found out about it? This body camera footage shows these police officers and some off-duty firefighters without any gear on, running in over and over again. 18 people are dead, 13 people are injured, and law enforcement still does not have this alleged shooter, Robert Card, in custody. These production lines are practically at a standstill. This is Adizia Nutrition, a nonprofit that works to help feed starving children. More than 15,000 overweight vehicles have illegally driven over the Washington Bridge here in 2025 alone. I have some awful news if you're a fan of getting these awful shakes. Those plans are now on pause. Click the link for everything you need to know. The number one question you've asked us is the eastbound bridge, this one we're all driving over safe. Why did it take so long to come out and actually take a look at it for yourself? The bridge is coming down in sections, starting with this piece here over Gano Street. And while you can't hear any of that construction work right now, overnight is a different story. Not only is their road closed off, but it's just so loud. Is there anything the city can do about that? Does that concern you? Do you think the state needs to reevaluate how inspections are being done?
Yes. Thanks very much for coming out. Appreciate it.
Gene, all week we've seen survivors, some of their families, some of the victims' families, and even some workers, people who used to work in this building, stopping by and just taking in the aftermath. Some of them gracious enough to stop and share their stories with us today.
It's been tough.
Back at the place he called home for 8 years, Mike Pimentel is taking a moment.
I have to come back and pay my respects to the people who died. I have to. It's in my soul. You know, I mean, these people were friends for many years, and it's hard to process that they're gone.
Sunday's fire killed 10 and sent more than 30 others to the hospital.
I mean, if I was on another floor, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
The Gabrielle house is fenced off, but looking at his bathroom window, the nightmare comes flooding back.
Huge fire. Big fire.
Behind the boards are broken windows and doors.
Police!
Police worn body cameras capture officers assisting in the rescues, forcing their way inside to get people out. At one point, you can hear police officers calling firefighters over to help, then braving the smoke themselves.
Hey, cover your mouth.
There hasn't been a fire of this magnitude in 40 years in the state of Massachusetts. So I certainly have never seen anything like that. That was absolutely amazing what I watched them do. That's not their job.
In the video, you can hear smoke detectors in the building are going off.
2 weeks ago, we had just finished replacing all the smoke alarms in the rooms.
Nelson Gonzalez says he was hired 8 months ago to do maintenance.
We were improving into the buildings.
We can see there were also sprinklers inside. Investigators are still working to determine if any went off. Mike says he heard the alarms, but like many people living there, he couldn't get out on his own.
I got in the chair and I went out, and there was no emergency lights on whatsoever. The smoke was very thick. I'm having a heart, so I got back in a closed door and I went to my bathroom. I pushed the screen out, and by that time the fireman was there with the ladder, and he did a tremendous job.
It's just a really emotional day for some of these people coming back and just taking it all in, Gene.
Now, there's a real paper trail here. There are going to be hundreds and hundreds of inspection reports to pour over. Did we get a look at some of them today?
Yeah, so we have the fire inspection reports for the last 6 years. They were just released today by the fire department. Now, there's nothing really glaring in these reports. We know the last inspection was done in August of 2024. So when this fire broke out on Sunday, they were almost due for another inspection here. And in one of the reports, it does note the sprinkler system in 2023 did need some repairs, but it always was marked as being there and being working and safe during these inspection reports. The inspection reports also list that they had fire drills and the dates of those drills, but many of the residents that we spoke with say they don't remember any of these drills happening, and if they did happen, they say they definitely didn't happen every single year. So I asked the fire chief about that today. What kind of proof do you get of those fire drills before noting them in the inspections?
So I can't speak to the proof at the Gabrielle House specifically, but when I did these inspections at nursing homes for 10 years of my career, they would maintain a logbook, and with a signature from whoever was responsible for conducting those, and that was the proof that we got from that.
So it's just someone at the facility, and you're taking their word for it?
Absolutely. So the staff is aware of what their responsibilities are in the event of a fire. It's not for the patients or the residents.
And the chief did say, Gene, he does hope that changes come out of this. We know it's a lot more regulated at nursing homes compared to assisted living facilities like this. So while they are taking the facility's word for it, and they say residents may not have known if these fire drills were taking place, hopefully moving forward, they say there's a better process in place.
NBC 10's Gabrielle Caracciolo.
We've had the lines shut down for 10 days, 415 children per hour that aren't getting the life-saving food that they need is because these lines aren't running today.
At Adizia in Quonset, founder and CEO Navin Salem is eagerly awaiting payment from the federal government. What would this normally look like?
So this is actually a very sad scene that you're looking at right now, because you see there's just a couple of boxes coming by. Normally you would see hundreds.
Inside each of those boxes are these packets of Plumpy Nut.
This is like a food by prescription, so it's the equivalent of a medicine but in the form of a food. Plumpy Nut is meant for the most severe acute malnutrition, where children could even be admitted to the hospital.
For $50 to make and ship, one box is 8 weeks of food to help bring a starving child back from the brink of death.
We'll make 66 million pounds worth of product at the end of the year.
The ingredients are sourced in the U.S.
We buy from 27 different states.
But shipments are on pause.
We just the other day turned around $1 million worth of peanuts from farmers, and 22 truckloads of whey powder had to be stopped. So we are interrupting the supply chain everywhere. So that's where it becomes like a puzzle that is seemingly impossible to figure out how to put together right now.
They're supposed to be spared from federal funding cuts, but $24 million have yet to come through.
All of it translates very directly to lives lost. And each one of these packets says, "From the American people." So this is something that we should be incredibly proud of. We have to fight here. We have to find a way, because there's no way that we can let children starve to death under our watch.
No matter the day, course, or hole.
Oh, nice shot, Betsy.
Behind every swing Betsy Casey takes, there's a memory of her late husband, David.
I know he's with me every day. No matter what we did for vacations, even on our honeymoon, we actually had to make sure there was always golf involved.
They were married nearly 20 years before he passed in 2023.
It was just like any other day. You know, he left, I said goodbye, I love you, hit him straight, and that was it.
The 58-year-old had a heart attack at the 18th hole of the Cranston Country Club and spent hours in and out of cardiac arrest.
Dave Casey was a childhood friend. We used to golf pretty much once a week together. It's so sad to think that he had an opportunity to be here right now if he had availability of an AED. So it angers me to some extent.
There was no automatic external defibrillator or AED on site.
The job of the AED through an electrical current is to restart the heart.
Lisa Tamburini teaches first aid.
AEDs are user-friendly. They were designed that way so that someone without training could actually use an AED.
A heart attack is the #1 reason of death on a golf course. And as I started to do research in Rhode Island, there is no AED requirement on a golf course.
It took 2 years, but Betsy changed that, spearheading a law to require golf courses to have an AED on site.
It's like David's death wasn't in vain. You know, like this is like his legacy, like he left something, and especially to a sport that he loved.
Here at Alpine Country Club, they're already in compliance with the David Casey Act. They have AEDs like this scattered around the property, so no one's ever more than 30 seconds away from help.
Every country club should get on board with this program because it's happened here, it's happened at Cranston, it could happen anywhere.
Do you think things would have been different if they had an AED?
I don't know, but it would have given David a fighting chance, and he didn't have that chance. And so at least now we can give others a fighting chance.
Now, with every stroke, there's hope in the form of a red box.
Hopefully I never need to use it, but if I do, hopefully I could save a life.
If we save one life on the course, we've made a difference.
In Cranston,
Good shot.
Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.